You see, worship is not just something that we do at Bayside and put our hands in the air and say, oh, I did my worship for the week. Worship is active obedience to Jesus Christ every single minute of the day. It's not dead religion, it's a living relationship. And this is what we say, is that we are, have you ever heard this before? We are the hands and we are the feet of Jesus. Well, let's remember what the hands and feet of Jesus are like. They are nail-scarred. You want to be the hands and the feet of Jesus? You really want to worship and let Jesus worship through you and bring his love to the world? It's through nail-pierced hands and nail-pierced feet. That's what it's about, everyone. That's what God is calling us to. You see, dead religion, are you ready? Dead religion focuses on the outward more than the inward. It's about performance and not deep passion. Rituals more than relationship, and sin more than the person. We end up judging some people, and we're looking at the size of their sin instead of the value of the person and the image of God on their life. Jesus said in John 14:15, and I really think Jonah should have heard this. He said, if you love me, keep my commands. It looks real simple there, doesn't it? If you love me, keep my commands. I'm going to ask you a simple question here. Which side of the comma do you live on? Which side of the comma do you live on? Because there's two parts here, everyone. There's if you love me, and then there's keep my commands. And actually, I think that Jonah had actually come to this sort of dead part of his life where he didn't know that if you love me, it was more just keep my commands. And then he just thought, you know what? It's become so stale and dry. I can actually disobey God's commands and fall asleep in the process. And be so out of touch with the person of God. Actually, the commands of God become cumbersome and heavy and burdensome. And 1 John says that's not the way it is for the children of God. This is a reality, everyone. If you live on the other side of the comma, if you live on if you love me, if you passionately love Jesus, if you love him, guess what? You will obey his commands. But if you don't love him, you just see them as these heavy commands. And that's what Jonah had fallen. Where is the purpose of God in our lives? How can I learn to really run in the right direction? By waking up to my purpose, which is loving God with all of my heart. And then it becomes so much easier to love my neighbor as myself. Amen? Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much.